I thought I'd just do a quick video of the EONON deck for the BMW E90. I'll show you some of the features. We've got the TPMS, so the tyre pressure monitoring system, hooked up in this one. I'm just waiting for the reverse camera to arrive, and then that will be installed as well. Not a bad deck. Interfaces a little bit with the BMW computer, so it's always handy. And installed, it looks quite neat. You do have to do a little bit of modification to your vent controls down here, just to the sides of them. They need to be trimmed off. But other than that, it fits in quite well. And the only other thing too was the mounting screws, which are located just here. They're not quite long enough. But overall, it's not bad for the money. Comes with navigation. Takes a little bit to load up, but overall it's pretty good. The mapping is okay. Kudos map. You know, but once again, value for money, it's pretty good. As you can see, it comes with a orange light function, which is close to BMW. You know, it could be a little bit darker, but it's not too bad. We're sort of sitting in the middle of limbo at the moment because my street is brand new and it's not actually on the map. The maps themselves, like to navigate to different places, it's not too bad. Just go through and you can punch in the address and away you go. So it's actually reasonably user friendly. It's in spoken English as well, so it tells you what streets to turn into. Although some of the naming has a little bit to be desired, the way they pronounce them anyway. The Bluetooth connectivity, that's pretty cool. It pairs up with your iPhone quite easily. Just go into your settings and it gives you a code, and you pop the code into your phone and away you go. And then you can access your book, your address book and everything like that. Probably shouldn't be ringing too many of those numbers. There. DVD is also your CD player, so that's currently going. There's a bit of ICS in there. The deck performs really well compared to the stock standard deck that's in these. I don't know about the Logic 7, I've never heard of one of those, but you know, this was pretty woeful really, and it fairly cranks now. It's reasonably easy to use once you're in there if you want to change your different tracks and whatever else. I haven't worked out if it can interface with the standard 6-stacker in the boot yet, but I'll have to look into that a little bit more. The home button's easy to get. If there's not a home button on the screen, there's a home button at the top here. You've also got your navi function down here, the mute button, and the mode that really changes through the different AM and FM bands that you can get. It also works off so if you want to use your phone, you've got your phone function on your steering wheel. So if you push that, it'll bring up the phone on there. So that's pretty handy. So it interfaces with that, and the volume controls also work through your steering. Radio, not much to be said there. Picks up all the usual stations, does all the right things. Tells you the time and the date and the year and all that sort of stuff, so that's a unique feature. I don't have the DTV, digital TV. It does take a USB. There's a lead at the back of the deck, which you can run. I've actually got it run under the console here. You can plug in a USB disc if I want to put some MP3s on it or something. iPod, once again, it comes with a iPhone 4 style connection, not a 5 but a 4 style connection. But this has got BMW's got the integrated telephone feature in it, so we just utilise that. SD cards, you can put an SD card. There's another little slot just down here which you can have MP3s on. There's also an SD slot here which is for your mapping for the GPS, and then we've got the tyre pressure monitoring system, which I've just installed. Seems a little bit clunky. It seems to take a while to pick up a signal, and the instruction manual I got was in Japanese, so I couldn't decipher it. I did find a manual online in English, but it doesn't really tell you a great deal. So I've sort of worked out how to set it, but it takes time each time you start the car again to recalibrate itself, and it's got this audible alarm that squawks quite loud, which is annoying. So there must be something I'm doing wrong there. You've got the settings function, and you can change it from PSI to Fahrenheit and things like that. So it alerts you if it's over temperature, it alerts you if it's over pressure or under pressure, and then with your sensor learning, you have to go through and you have to calibrate each sensor which you install into the rim. It has a number on it, so each one of those has to be in the right order. So left front goes to left front, etc., etc. So I worked out that function. There's an inflate button there, which, as far as I can work out, you must have to deflate the tyre and then push the inflate button, confirm after you highlight one of these tyres here, so it goes green, and then inflate the tyre to whatever pressure you want. So maybe that's something I need to do. That could maybe hold the settings better. I'm not sure. There's a rotation button as well. I'm not entirely sure what that's for. Maybe to switch the sensors from front to rear if you do a rotation of your tyres. But overall, it's there. It's working. Especially if you're driving a vehicle that's supposed to have run flats and you're not using run flats like we are. It also comes up, if you push the little window, it comes up with a little feature there to show you if everything's green, it's good, and if it's red, it's bad, and it will make the alarm go off. You can disable the alarm, and you just double tap that again, it brings you back, so you can turn the alarm off, but every time you start the car, it reverts to being audible again. And that's kind of it in a nutshell. It's not a bad little unit, really. As I said before, value for money, it's pretty good. You can go into, actually, if you go into settings, you can go through and you can change quite a few things in there. Keytones, reverse camera on and off. As I said, I haven't got the reverse camera in here yet, and that'll hopefully arrive next week. There's quite a few different features in there. Car set, it just picks up, your car sets the keys if you've got heated seats and stuff like that. Different settings, display, your colours and whatnot, audio, your frequencies and whatever else, loud button as well, time, change the date and time. LED light gives you the different colours, so you can change the button colours. You can also change your background colours. That button up here, so it scrolls through a few different colours. Go back into that again. Doesn't matter which one you go into, which function, you just go to the settings, little symbol, and you go in and change the features. If you get a car set, so you can set up how you want, like if you're in America you want miles per gallon instead of kilometres, etc. Your steering controls, how you want them to work, and that's kind of it. The only other thing I haven't shown you is the settings themselves. So when you driving your car, you can have a look and see what your miles per gallon are. I'm just trying to remember how to get into it myself. So driving, I think it is there. So it's telling us it's 26.5 degrees Celsius. Should get 644 kilometres out of the rest of this tank. And average speed 39.8 kilometres, average fuel consumption 10.1 litres per 100. So it's got all that sort of information in there, which is a bit of a novelty rather than handy, because you can get that through your dash anyway. But that's the EONON, I think they pronounce it, and I'm trying to remember what the code is, but the model number, it's 5 something. Anyway, that's it for the E90. Cheers.